it's the right fielder, Seiya Suzuki. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Just missed.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
With the go-ahead run at third, here in Game 4 of the National League Championship Series.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Corner up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
1 ball, no strike.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. 2 down.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but a competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at-bat.
Wisdom in the box now. Takes strike one. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
0-2.
Got him. Huge strikeout there. We go to the top of the 7th. Now the third baseman, Max Muncy. Hendricks back to work. And a foul ball.
You know, these Dodgers need to bring up the quality of their bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
And he grounds one back up the middle. In time to push, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. And up to the plate is Will Smith. Swing and a miss.
No ball, 1 strike.
That one ripped left field. Pat ranging back on it. Into the bleachers and gone. And the Dodgers have the lead. It's 2-1. 2 pitches, 2 swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
So 1 out, nobody on. Here's the center fielder, James Outman. No question about this one. It's out of here. They go back to back. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
On the north side of Chicago, John Sciambi and Chris Singleton. Here's the left fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Base is empty, 1 away, late here in Game 4. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you've got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Out on the drop third strike, 2 gone.
Well, obviously, that was nowhere near the strike zone. By the time it got to the plate, people at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And it's through for a hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Everything came together for him. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
And now it's Mookie Betts. And that one fouled off. Turns and fires to Betts. And strike 2.
0-2.
Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the third out. But 2 round. And we're back. Walker Buehler taking over on the mound.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton. You know, these Cubs, from what we've seen, I think it's fair to wonder if they've been too patient at the plate. They found themselves behind in the count quite a bit. They're trying to be patient, but it's mostly resulting in outs, not base runners. And you could argue it's making things more difficult at the plate.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Throw on to Freeman. 1 up, 1 down. Dansby Swanson stands in. The shortstop takes the ball. Buehler, multi-time All-Star, 29 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. Here comes a pitch. Right through there for a strike.
Well, in this one, the offense has sputtered. Somebody's got to find a way to get on, keep the line moving, and manufacture at least 1 run. Then maybe you get 2 or 3.
1 down, base is empty. Battling here as he fouls it away. And another ball.
Full count.
On the ground to third. To first. Out. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base. Burrell stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. Inside, just missed. Kicks and fires. That one hit to right. He gets down a base hit. Makes the turn and heads for second. Not stopping. He's going for 3. And he's got himself a triple.
Well, patience and discipline paid off right there as he got into an advantage count. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
To third. Muncy sends it to first. And Gomes is retired. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Keegan Thompson.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Adames now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Oh, 0-2 now. Ripped on the ground to second. Tosses to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. And that one hammered. That's back there. And it finds the basket and gone. It just got out of here. It's 4-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. The pitcher knew as soon as that ball left his fingertips, it was trouble. Right on a platter, right down the heart of the plate. I'm sorry, but big league hitters don't miss that pitch.
Here's Shohei Ohtani. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
No ball. 1 strike.
And that's outside.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
That one ripped. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. He's in at second with a 1-out double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. A well-deserved double on a great swing. Got everything going on time. He stayed balanced and he squared it up about as well as you could possibly ask.
And there's a foul ball. Man at second. On the ground to the left. Swanson tags the runner for one. On to first, double play. And that's the inning. But the solo shot stretches their lead even further. On to the bottom of the eighth. So up now for Chicago, Michael Busch. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the ninth with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Got him swinging.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the third time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. We'll have some adjustments to make.
Bellinger takes a strike, and now it's 0-2. The Dodgers leading by 3 here in Game 4. That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out. And next for the Cubs, Seiya Suzuki. And a base hit right there. Here's Nico Horner. And first offering is fouled off.
Here's a run-scoring opportunity. You definitely got to push something across because it's not going to get any easier. To get to the ninth, the lockdown closer ready to come in.
Fair ball. Safely into second. He's got a double.
Didn't exactly square that one out, but sometimes you don't.
New arm out of the bullpen, Evan Phillips.
All they need from him right here is one out, but that's easier said than done for sure. Lots of pressure with 2 runners in scoring position. He does have the one open base to work with if needed.
0-2.
With the tying run at the plate, here the bottom half of the 8th inning. And a swing and a miss. That's the third out. The batter now will be Will Smith. He's already homered here in this one. Thompson back to work. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike 1. Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He was all over that one. Textbook bat control right there. Got a pitch on the outside, saw it deep into the zone, and just barreled it up, went the other way for the knock.
And first offering is fouled off. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. And that one's gone into the bleachers. Another homer. His second home run of the game, and they throw a pair on the board. It's 6-1. That's their 5th homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have it.
Javier Assad on a pitch out of the pen here. He's into the game with the bases empty. Hernandez, the next to hit, takes ball 1. Foul ball. The pitch. Bounced up the middle. And Hernandez is out.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just pours in on the hands.
And that one is lifted in the air. Suzuki has a beat on it. He's got it. There's 2 away. So the lineup flips over. And next for L.A., Mookie Betts. Hot shot to third. Tosses to first, and Betts is gone. And that is that. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now the left fielder, Ian Happ. Swing and a foul straight back. That's in there. And the count is 0-2.
No ball. 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And there's 1 away. Dansby Swanson, the next Cub to hit. First pitch misses. Bases empty, 1 away. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And that's a foul ball. 1 down, bases empty. Got it by him for the K.
Oh, that's a curveball that I'm sure he wants back at the plate. 2 strikes, the sort of pitch you're hoping for. A bit of a mistake, and I'd say in a very hittable location, but clearly the break was enough to get him to swing through it.
Burrell in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. They're down to their final strike. The Cubbies down to their final strike. That one not close. Going to count 1 and 2. The Dodgers leading by 5. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Gets a piece and stays alive. And another ball. And a swing and a miss, and that is the ball game. So the Los Angeles Dodgers now need just 1 win in the next 3 games to advance to the World Series.
Yeah, and it looks like it's going to happen, Boog. The pennant is right there in front of them. Anything's possible, but I just can't see him giving it up at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a huge effort and a lot of great pitching to keep this series going past another game or 2.